Hello, everybody.
Hi!
I'm here with the amazing Louisa Eyler.
Hello, hello.
And we did a very funny reaction video to Bill Burr's Women in the NBA. And she came over and I thought, oh, let's film a reaction to all your comments and see what you had to say.
Y'all had a lot of thoughts on what we thought, so it's very interesting.
Yeah. All right, I am going to look at the original video, and here we are reacting. It's like very meta what we're doing right now. And I'm just gonna scroll through the comments as we go through them.
The first comment that's up right now, it says, these two are exactly what Bill Burr is talking about. Blame the men for your failure. That's not at all what we're saying. We're just saying that, it's unfair to evaluate a woman against a man in a sporting environment. I mean, really, different body parts, different anatomies. Like, it's not apples to apples.
Yeah. What about the comment said, this is what denial looks like?
Really? I think actually this is what radical acceptance looks like. And I think that this is anything but denial. This is really like an awakening. Are we woke now? Like, really, should we have this happening? I'm not really sure. The next one is, I think I could name 5 WNBA stars. I mean, I'm not even sure. Actually, if you can't name 5 WNBA stars, I'm not sure you should be even watching this video, because what does it matter to you? He's telling the absolute truth, and it's obvious these ladies don't like it. I don't think we really said whether we liked it or we didn't like it. We were just acknowledging that there were some missing viewpoints within his discussion. We'll just say that.
The face of discomfort from the lady in the black is just pure gold.
That's me. I'm always the lady in black. It wasn't so much discomfort. I was really concentrating on what he was trying to say, and I was trying to internalize it and really realize that that was just his perspective from a man's point of view. He has a modern video out right now, which is about motherhood, and I think they kind of relate because he's not even a mother, so what is he talking about WNBA for?
The woman is on the right is the exact person I try to avoid. Zero sense of humor, ignorant of what has actually happened, militant and hot. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, Louisa. My fans are just not very nice.
Intelligence comes in many forms, and it takes intelligence to recognize intelligence. So I'll take it. I like those kind of compliments.
So you have to give me some advice on how to work with, when people get negative comments. Now I'm used to it, but if I have friends come on and people are nasty to them, how do you just let it? She just let it just bounce off her.
Well, you don't have to like something to appreciate it. And the fact that he took time, or whoever took the time to make that comment, means that they actually paid attention. And in that moment, I probably was really concentrating on what he had to say. And so if my concentration looks hostile, well then game on, because I was really paying attention.
I love it. Okay. The lack of advertising does not amount to the 10K difference in attendance. It's lack of interest. Oh,
I also think it's lack of timing. I mean, women weren't always allowed in sports, in a professional level. And so we think, the attendance records, if you look at the algorithm, so to speak, and you look at the actual statistics, attendance for women's sports is picking up and it's on the rise. So I think it's just the timing. It's just, you need a little more time to kind of process in the newly developed arena for professional women's sports. There's another comment that says, watching a feminist head explode like the brunette here. Lots of LOLs, smiley things. And I think I'm rather calm. If this is what head explosions look like, I mean, maybe I am that emoji. Like my
And I don't think you're
I
don't think you're a feminist. Do you think you're a feminist?
I think I'm independent, but not necessarily a feminist, because I believe that there is something called feminine energy that you really have to portray, and lots of feminists don't have any feminine energy. And I mean, let's just be real here, going back to motherhood, if we can say that, is we all got here from a woman's vagina. So there's a little bit of feminist and feminine energy in every single one of us. One of the next comments actually says, how can a therapist be in such denial to the reality of what she watched? If I ever have to hire a therapist, I'm going to have to tell them to watch Bill Burr in front of me so I can get a baseline on if they're grounded in reality and qualified to be my therapist. I'd be walking out of her office for sure.
I'm sorry.
That brings us to another good point. This comment is actually really relative, because I do think you have to find a therapist that aligns with you. So it's if they didn't like what I had to say, you know, but I will also say, if I made them uncomfortable, that might have meant I'm doing my job, because if I made you uncomfortable, that means you might be thinking about changing something.
Wow. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. We got more men watch sports than women. It's not about advertising. Women are less interested in sports than men. That's just how it is. We are different.
Another comment says, the most honest and sad reaction all at the same time. If you can't laugh at yourself, someone will do it for you. Well, you know, if you're not laughing, you're crying. And there is a therapeutic value of humor, I will say that. But then sometimes you just have to consider, like, am I really hurting anyone by expanding upon my my viewpoints in public? And I think, you know, you can laugh at the same time that someone else will cry over something. So it's really about just being aware of, you know, what your mission is by putting something out there. Because I think some people do just put stuff out there for likes and whatever. And I mean, we put stuff out because we want people to understand that there's lots of ways to look at things. I mean, Lauren by nature is a comedian and an actor, and I by nature am a therapist and a professor, you know, so it's like the best of all the worlds. We can laugh, but we have to understand why we're laughing, and we can have a good time, but not at the benefit of someone else's demise.
And it's all being very careful. I'm so careful about how I word things, and I feel like a lot of stand-ups sometimes, it's just, they can be really hard. I remember I tried to do stand-up for a while, and I just, you know, there was this one stand-up I introduced, nice guy, and I made friends with him after, but every time I went on the stage, because I was hosting, he like tried to, what's it called? What is that called? Heckle me. He tried to heckle me, and I'm just like, we're all working here together. Why are you being such a jerk? It's just that.
And on a serious note, the next comment, it like struck a nerve, I'll say that. Okay, so the next comment is, LOL, the lady complaining about the lack of advertising. She's likely a highly educated, ultra hard worker who put in the time and effort to get where she is at. Yet she was not ever bothered to check out her own by simply going to WNBA. She is blaming advertising as an excuse on her indifference in the past 25 years. Is the fact that always known about the WNBA, but like 99% of women, she chose not to care at all. Not true. I actually used to live with the mother of an NBA superstar. And also, advertising is to blame for a lot of it. In fact, did you realize that the shape of a beer bottle is actually kind of like a woman's body?
Oh, I never thought about that.
I mean, sex sells, and like I think that the challenge with the WNBA is, it's like, is this an athletic goddess or is this a woman of desire? And I think it has advertisers confused, and they haven't figured out how to sell it yet.
Wow, and I think on that note, we should just wrap this up. Guys, let me know in the comments down below if she didn't get to your comment. She'll be back and we'll react to more. You could always subscribe to her on her channel.
Yes, and also bring on the criticism too. We'll take it. You know, criticism can be constructive, and we can tear it down and build it back up.
Well, that's my problem. I can't take criticism. I don't know how you do it, Louisa.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. Her YouTube channel is Dawn and Wheezy.
Yep.
I will put it in the description. Make sure you follow her there. She has so many awesome videos. And if you want to just go there and leave her questions, she'll answer them.
Take care.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you share this video. Bye. Okay, guys, sorry, we were just filming a YouTube video at the same time because Louisa has to go, but I just wanted you guys to see her, say hello, follow her on Facebook.
Professor Eyler.
Professor Eyler. And yeah, guys, I love you so much. Thanks for tuning in. She made an avocado with me one time. Next time she comes back, she's going to teach us how to peel an avocado.
We'll do some
again.
cooking things again for sure.
Okay.